Denzel Hayes Washington Jr. was born December 28th, 1954 in Mount Vernon, New York. His father, Denzel Sr., was a Pentecostal minister. His mother owned and operated a beauty parlor. I mean, you got to realize this man is a national treasure. So many people that we look up to now that are in the acting world, they got their start because of Denzel. They sought after becoming an actor because of Denzel. And hell, I can't lie, I ain't no actor or nothing. Well, not yet. I ain't no actor or nothing, but Denzel is definitely among my list of GOATs. I'm not calling him animal, just saying. You know, he's the shit. It's Denzel Washington. Okay. So where we are now is viewers' request. I have a list of actor names that have been given to me via social media, via text messages, and, family and friends and stuff. 6 degrees of separation is also referred to as 6 handshakes, meaning I shook the hand of someone who shook the hand of someone who shook the hand of someone who shook the hand of Denzel Washington. Or when you're talking to somebody, they're trying to tell you a story or some gossip that they heard, and they say, I heard from my cousin, who heard from their cousin, who heard from the lady down at the gas station, who heard from the mailman, who heard from the butcher down at the shop. It falls on down the line. Here we are, episode 2, 6 degrees of Denzel. First name on the list, Robert Downey Jr. I could do this the easy way, or I could do this the hard way. I think I'll do both. Robert Downey Jr. was in Captain America Civil War with Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther. Chadwick Boseman was in Black Panther with Angela Bassett, who was in Malcolm X with Denzel. However, I could also do it an alternate way. Robert Downey Jr. was in The Soloist with Jamie Foxx, who was in Law Abiding Citizen with Gerard Butler, who was also in Olympus Has Fallen with Morgan Freeman, who was also in Glory with Denzel. Number 2 on the list, we have Columbus Short. Hadn't heard that name in a while. That's the dude from Stomp the Yard, right? Okay. Columbus Short was in Cadillac Records with Beyonce. Beyonce was in Obsessed with Idris Elba. Idris Elba was in American Gangster, starring Denzel. My cousin hit me with one out the blue that I wasn't familiar with, the name anyway. She said J.R. Ewing. Now, I knew J.R. Ewing is from Dallas, but I wasn't familiar with his real name. So I did have to go to Google to look up his real name. His real name is Larry Haggard. Larry Haggard was in Dallas with Linda Gray. Linda Gray was in a movie in 1991 with Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester Stallone was in Demolition Man with Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes was in Mo Better Blues with Denzel. So, alright, I got a request from Ryan Reynolds, which was too easy. Ryan Reynolds was starring in Safe House with Denzel. Chadwick Boseman. Pretty easy. Chadwick Boseman was in Black Panther with Angela Bassett. Angela Bassett was in Malcolm X, starring Malcolm Jamal Warner.
transmission, make the smoothest transition. I'm the coolest man living. When I do it, sugar, this is how we.
Malcolm Jamal Warner is currently on The Resident with Morris Chestnut. Okay. Morris Chestnut was in. I don't want to take it the easy route. Morris Chestnut was in The Brothers with Tamala Jones. Tamala Jones was in The Wood with I can't think of the young dude's name. You remember in The Wood they had, you know, pretty much it was the kids as they were growing up. The young one, the dude who played the young Mike from North Carolina, I can't remember his real name, but he was in the movie Fresh with Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson was in Mo Better Blues with Denzel. And last but not least, I have a request for Marlon Brando. Ooh. You know, the guy who plays the Godfather. Marlon Brando, who was in a Michael Jackson video, You Rock My World, along with Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker was in The Fifth Element with Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis was in The Siege with Denzel Washington. I mean, any more requests, make sure to hit me up. Check out my Instagram where you'll see posts here and there. King Davis Review Time, TYME. Later on this week, I'll be going out in the streets doing some more candid camera with some people out, out and about. So be sure to look out for that. Once again, this is 6 Degrees of Denzel. Yeah.